Hi everyone, it's BDevine, and I hope that this finds you happy and well. This is an Akashic Records message for you all for December 2023. The reason behind all of this is because this is something that I have been instructed to do each month from my spiritual light team and beyond. I do receive a lot of information from my councils of light from different locations around the universe and multiverses, omniverses. Whatever I need to tap into, I will, to get as much information as possible. There's just a couple of things about this. One, the reason I'm giving you this is so that you can focus on things positively. So even if you hear something that you may not like in the Akashic records, the idea is that you change the energy of it by focusing on the positive energy around the earth, okay? The way in which things are going to change is by raising the vibration of the planet. And by raising the vibration of the planet, you all go into a place of joy. When you're in a place of joy, that is the highest vibration of all. And this is where everything begins to shift and change. There are people that want to focus on being nasty, mean, and negative, and we have to let that happen. So no matter what, there are going to be some people who, no matter how much you try to help, no matter how much you try to do, they are going to focus on the negative anyway. And some people in this world are here as agitators anyway. That's their job. And they do a really good job of it, right? So they will pick on something absolutely ridiculous and focus their argument or their arguing point on that ridiculousness. And it just keeps on going around in circles. And this is what we're finding is causing the most division. All of us, when I say we, all of us, and the information that I receive is that there is going to be quite a division of people, energetically speaking. And the ones that are causing all of the issue now and staying in that low vibration will continue to see the same. The ones that are raising their vibration, opening their heart to love, sending love out to the universe, and focusing on positive changes for the planet rather than sitting in doom and gloom and being fearful, they will also be in another group. But all the way together, we are extremely powerful, working on the same thought processes, having the same kinds of ideas. This brings a different type of unity than what we might have seen before. Right now, that's what I feel the world needs the most of, is to get out of your own way and start focusing on a larger level, planetary wise, etc. Yes, you can look into the Akashic records for yourself. I have done this for multiple years. However, in recent months, this has become a lot more powerful for me. And it's because of my own work on it, right? So your own work is going to lead to results just like anything else. You cannot just think, okay, I'm open to spirituality, so I'm going to get it all. You got to work on things. Even me, after 33 years, thinking that I was okay with everything that I already am able to do, and now moving up levels. This is important. You can all do the same thing. You're all connected. You're all capable. Before I get started, this is not a fear-mongering type of a video. I will, however, tell you exactly what I feel, see, sense, perceive, and I am just a channel for this information. I am certain that I'm not going to be given things that I'm not supposed to give you. So anything that we get today is what we need to hear, and we have to take what resonates, and we have to do our best to send light on anything we may not like as well. And it's just how it is. If you would like your own Akashic record reading, that's a personal reading for you. It's recorded for you. I sit and spend time on this for you, and 99% of people can find out that information that I'm giving them. One person, I believe, was way back before Christ and was able to find themselves on, I think it was like Wikipedia or something similar. And it was just the most bizarre circumstances. So it had specific things in it and they were able to find themselves. I mean, someone went to the exact church that I mentioned in this life, and it was from a past life, and they went to it in this life. I could not have possibly known it, but they did. And so there's many beautiful stories of people having amazing healings and life changes because of this work. So if you have not done this before, or you're curious, all my readings are done on a soul level. And I teach these methods at my academy, which is all, of course, underpriced, but heavily discounted at the moment. So you can listen to more about that with the students as well. I'd love to have more people on board so we can help this planet, and raise this vibration here and help the people that are going to need help. Okay, so in order to do this, I am going to, the angels are here. Everybody's here because my nose will always start itching. My face will itch. I'll itch in different places that I don't really want to itch, right? And so this will start happening because the energy is so close, right? All you have to do is just listen to this declaration with me. I'm going to say it out loud, and then I'm going to go quiet when I'm finished, because then I will be going into the Akash, for the world for December 2023. If you want a 2024 reading, for me to break down all of the months, month by month by month, for me to go into an attunement, for me to get all the information for you, for it to be quite a long 2 to 2.5, 3 hour recorded message for you for the year. This is not going to be on my website, and it is not going to be for nothing this year. Okay, this is going to be something that you have to specially request from me. Okay, so you'll have to email me on that one. All right, here we go. Okay, I'm just going to close my eyes. Listen to my voice. I'm going to take us through a declaration. I'm also giving you all an attunement and activation coming up here pretty soon for 2024, so stay tuned. But for now, let's get ready. As a sovereign being of light, I hereby call upon my spiritual light team, my higher self, and the energy of Source to be with me and work with me right now. I activate connection into the center of the earth and all universes now, creating a pillar of light flowing in and up and out and down. All the wisdom of the universe flows through me. I am activating my ancient self and connecting with all that is. I'm asking for a triple shield of protection to be placed around me now, and a triple shield of mirrors, as well as a triple shield of abundance that draws in all that's needed and more that can be given. I'm asking for protection from any negative vibrations, and only light is able to enter this space. If there is any negative energy being sent from people, places, things, or situations, that this also be dissolved in love and light. I'm asking for this to be done through all directions of time and space, through all layers of my entire being on this timeline and other timelines, dimensions, sealed in love and light. It is done, and so it is. Now I shall just keep my eyes closed and start expressing what I can sense for December 2023. There is a lot of calls for ceasefire in the Middle East. I told you about the Middle East before it even happened. But there are going to be calls. There are going to be negotiations, I guess is the word, but I don't feel like everybody's going to be happy. Iran is up to something. I feel like the message that I'm getting is that Iran is kind of tired of being at the tail end of things, um, not taken exactly. They want to be taken seriously is the message that I'm seeing here. Also, Turkey, some kind of explosion, and this is close to. There's a waterway. I don't know Turkey itself, but I can see this river, quite a large body of water, and there is uh, close by is a city. There's some kind of explosion that can be seen from a bridge. There's something about oil, a rig of some kind maybe exploding. There's tension in the United States because there are, since it's coming into Christmas and everything is so expensive, I feel like there's some kind of problem on a larger scale with stealing and looting. It's not just in certain places. It seems like there's a lot that's happening, protesting. Now, I don't need to keep my eyes closed for the whole thing. I can see that there is a lot of unrest in multiple places, but it's more that there is unfairness happening. Um, it's like there is it's like tit for tat or something like that, where certain people are getting away with crimes, and so more people are doing them. They're like, well, if they can get away with that, then I can get away with this. And also, that's just across the United States. It's not showing me specific places, but it's just happening a lot. Chicago and New York, Arizona, California, Iowa. These places are going to have a lot more protesting. Um, and destruction of property. There's a lot of people that are here, that have immigrated here, that are, and I've got to be careful on YouTube with what I say, but they are pro Hamas, and trying to gather people and connect with others that are the same. It's like they're very angry. There is destruction of property, of statues and things, of monuments. I'd already seen that there would be issues with the capital. I think there will be more. There's also going to be a retaliation in Texas, Florida, something about Louisiana. And there's going to be some kind of retaliation or people taking control of a situation that has been out of control and having to do with the border, etc. I don't care what anyone's political views are about the border. Countries need to really make sure that their borders are secure for the safety of everybody already in that country and for the safety of those coming in. But there's going to be some kind of retaliation here. And it won't be long-lived. It will be short-lived. The weather is going to get kind of extreme. Like if it's already going to be cold, it may be colder than expected. If it's hot, it's going to be hotter than expected. This will just last a short while. There will be signs in the sky, strange sort of meteor showers and things that are in the sky, and people will start to notice these things. Support is close at hand. Those of you who are focused on the extraterrestrial kind of energy, you will be seeing more activity, let's just say. There'll be more in 2024 and in 2025. As the energy changes into Pluto in Aquarius for 2024, this time next year, we will be in Pluto in Aquarius for like 20 something years, which is a humanitarian energy. And this also lifts the vibration of the planet more than you can actually work out right now. There will be much relief coming towards the end of December for families. Some kind of bonus arriving in households at the end of the month in December 2023. Some kind of assistance or payment or just relief. Or people getting more connected with people that they have been estranged from as people's abilities open. It's like the world is going through so many spiritual bounces and timeline shifts that it's really going to depend on your focus and your inner strength and your vision as you shift through and lift up and up and up in your energies. It needs to happen that people are not fighting over a newspaper article and whatever BS is in there, and instead forgetting about things that are distracting you from peace on earth, from things that we need to do as humans. As humans, who cares? I don't care. It's like we all have to work together. The division, the stress, the hate, the crime, the anger, the anxiety, people with mental health issues like never before, People's feelings are hurt every 5 minutes. You don't know what you're saying anymore. You're pre-calculating what you're saying. You're thinking too much. People are just not doing. All of that will also change. It has to come to a head. As I said, there will be a larger, obvious shift. And it's not a division of people. It's just a shift of timelines. And there'll be an obvious one where, it's happening daily now if you're aware of it. Music subtly changing, things slowing down slightly. The sun looks different. Things that are happening in the sky around us. People are finding and connecting with people. People are finally getting over themselves and reconnecting with loved ones, etc., kids. There's a lot more of that that's going to continue, because the coming together is what's really been in most people's hearts. Whatever's most predominant in your mind will be. Whatever's predominant as a collective will be. And so that's why there is so many different types of realities going on all at the same time right now. Because those who were stuck in an old paradigm are seeing what it takes to just lift up in their vibe. They're actually doing it because parents are sending healing to their children instead of stress to their children. Parents are seeing wellness for their children rather than, oh, my child is so sick and unwell. So there's a change in how you're seeing things, and this is what's changing the planet right now. Continue this on a larger scale. So the message I'm getting is that humanity needs to continue to see like the light is behind me on a larger scale, like it's dark and then shifting to the light. The light's just too bright. It only takes one light to turn on a dark room, right? One light, the whole room lights up. So imagine if you're focusing on millions of lights, what this does. It is much better than sitting there stressing about the world. It is much better than sitting on the fence and doing nothing, waiting for others to do something to help you get out of your issues that you're in or the problems that the world is in. What good is complaining? It is going to become very evident in December just how important your manifestations are. What you're seeing is an instantaneous manifestation of the reality that you're asking for. Be careful, because your manifestations are becoming very, very quick and real. You do not want to bring upon yourself your worst fears. You have probably done that long enough. And whereas before it would take years for it to catch up with you, now it's going to take moments. As I open up the book of December 2024, the Akashic record is white. It has golden pages, kind of like an old Bible that you might have had, a little pocket Bible at one point in your life. It kind of looks like that, but it has nothing to do with religion. It just has to do with light and love. Ancient artifacts are going to be found as well. Egypt is still wanting to have a voice here. There's more. There should not have been an opening of certain tombs. In 2019, certain tombs were open. This created a lot of problems around the planet, and then we have the COVID. It's not by accident that these things have happened. These things have been generated and engineered. And at the same time, there has been things that should have been left behind or closed or kept protected that were in everybody's face, literally. The planetary movements are extremely important to the Akashic records. Planetary movements are really going to help us in 2024, okay? Because what people don't realize is that things that happen on Earth have a ripple effect throughout the universes and multiverses. We are just a speck of dust amongst a sandstorm of planets that cannot be seen, have not been found, etc. But there are some that are very much like this planet too. And we are in this space of understanding that our future is our now, our past is our now, and things are converging together. If you just realize that there is no linear time, okay, and just understand that you can draw towards you the future that you want, and you can push behind you the past and the future that you don't want. You can push it away from you. You don't need to live it and go through it and it be a long process. Draw towards you what you want. Stop chasing things and draw it towards you. It's all you have to ask for. I hereby claim this now. What else? Easter Island, Christmas Island, Cook Islands. Something about the islands, those particular small, tiny islands, having some issues. What's the word? A surge in water. Water is going to be really important in the coming year as well. Things that will happen at sea and underneath. Animals are going to be sensing things too, rather sensitively. People's animals are going and new animals are coming in. People are losing people and new souls are being born. There is this resurgence right now of rebirthing energy happening. Communication is going to be key around the globe. And just a quiet preparedness. You know, if you have things ready, just in case there is a power outage or something similar, then you have nothing to worry about. And sometimes when we all have plenty, like we stock up on water or we stock up on food supplies or whatever, we never have to even worry about it. We've just got it there. It is just smart to have some supplies, I guess, ready with you. I mean, it's not really telling me that there's going to be this massive problem like that, but just to make sure that there is quiet preparedness. There are going to be some people stepping down from prominent positions. When I said that there would be 2 prominent deaths in my last recording, it was Suzanne Summers and Matthew Perry, that everybody was focused on. There was more though, obviously, but those 2 were quite big, right? All of a sudden. There's going to be someone that's very big in the headlines that makes an announcement that changes a lot of things across the globe. I'm not allowed to say who it is. It feels like there's some kind of important message that is given also outside the front of the White House in the United States. And I say that it's outside the front because I can see it behind the person that's speaking, and they are out the front garden kind of area, but it's cold, and there will be a massive press conference there with information that's important for the American people. A change is happening. It's already in place, but we will see those effects take place. Just one moment. So, an announcement made from the White House, but it's not from the president that we know. I feel like there's going to be some kind of push towards people focusing on illness a little bit more, and we should not be. I don't feel like it will be as it was, that people have learnt a lot from the situation from 2020, and people know how to take care of themselves, or at least you should, and boost your immune system and stay healthy and strong and use old natural remedies. Use those things. That's what we used to have before chemicals and petroleums entered our systems through medicines. There is going to be more of a resurgence of these old methods, which is really good to see. And some of you are also going to be focusing your vibration on teaching these things too. The angels are also going to make themselves a little bit more known to each and every one of you if you open up to receive it. This is special messages for you personally now. There are going to be more incidences of actual miracles taking place that will finally get recorded as well. People are going to actually start to see things transpire and happen that just shouldn't be happening, and it's amazing because this is going to restore a lot of the people's faith. The angels are also speaking of writing, and that many of you need to do this more to release. A coming together of people that may have been estranged for some time is really important as well. I focus on a different type of journey for you, where you are not focused so much on worry, but you are focused more on receiving. There's a different tolerance level for those of you that are lifting up and shifting, where you're not going to be putting up with the things that you used to do. There is much positive news coming through as well for December. A lot of relief is the big word I hear, like just a relief in so many aspects of your life. Miracles happening, people having instances of visitations, and it being very positive as this vibration across the planet is even bigger than before. The vibration of wanting something to change is much larger than that people that want it to stay the same. There's also this vibration of people who are finally stopping the need to prove their stance all of the time. Like, you don't need to prove why you believe what you believe, you're just doing it, and this makes more sense to others. There's a lot more compassion, help for each other like it used to be. People are shifting aside their differences and really understanding that we need to come together. And there will be instances, something about a train derailment again, but there will be instances of the coming together as being more prevalent everywhere. And because of the changes in the heart space, create even more changes very rapidly on the planet for the better for us. There'll be things that fizzle out. As much as someone wants something to be true, it may not be true. And people will start understanding the truths of things too. And for people that have believed in a certain way, you may be humbled a little bit when the truth does decide, come through for you. And there'll be things that you thought that, or others thought that they knew. And when they find out their truth, this is the opposite of what they believe, they're going to be like humbled as well. So there's no one that's going to escape having something be completely different to what you thought it was. And sort of sitting with that and going, oh my God. It's going to be somebody that, or a couple of people that were together perhaps on a ship that was lost in the Bermuda Triangle area, that are going to turn up. People who are going to claim that they are from another time, and they're going to turn up. Sometimes I see things, I'm asking for December, but it may extend past this too. It's going to be like a shock, because we're going to see these people from another time. And they're going to claim that. There's going to be further weather in the southeast, the United States, builds up. There's also something that takes place in Finland. That is strange, because we don't often hear of Finland in the news, but it will be. Some kind of situation in Australia and New Zealand and the Torres Strait Islands going through a realignment there. Could be some earthquakes there, and some things out on the water as well. There's also somebody in Australia who's prominent too, who may pass away. And this is an actor. Again, I'm not allowed to say. It's not fair, but I'm not allowed to say, just that this may come through the news. People are going to start also seeing things differently, seeing people for who they really are, seeing right through the heart of people's energy, and cutting through a lot of the BS that you may have had in front of you. When you were looking at someone, you just see all the BS, you don't really see the truth. And it feels like many of us are going through this thing of seeing the truth right away and being able to act on it a lot sooner as well. There will be quite a shift by the end of December, as we move into January 2024. I will also do an Akash for each month and a year long sort of Akash as well, of some kind. The message that I continue to receive is to focus your intention of what you want to see, not what you don't. And remember that you can shift timelines anytime you like, by focusing on this vibration being higher, your vibration being higher. Take the necessary steps to stop your old patterns from coming up. When they do, dissolve it down. Remember that you have all the answers within you. You won't be relying so much on everybody else to tell you what you need to do and where you need to go and what you need to listen to, and blah, 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 and being told all of the time. People are going to be focusing more intuitively, or at least they should be. And people are going to start remembering who and what they've always known from deep within. So when I do these, again, it's never about having to be perfectly accurate or anything like that. This is just the messages that I'm giving you. And the messages are so we can generate a lot more light on the planet, so that we can all lift in vibration and not have to deal with the mundane that we've been dealing with, and the control that we've been dealing with for so long. That is never part of our true nature. That's why we resist it so much. But we have to understand that we have the power to change things, and that the people who are in power at the moment should be calling upon peace, not encouraging problems by feeding more money to the problem. And then saying, oh dear, that happened. Oh, we have to stop internally. And the dissolution or the dissolving of the way that the governments have been has got to happen. And it will. Massive turning of events, beginning by the end of December as well. Announcements, support, relief, as well as, things that are taking place that cause those things to happen. Without some things being negative, we won't see the positive result. We don't see the people coming together if there is no crisis. It's funny. It's like a crisis happens and people just, humanitarian energy just comes right through everybody and we all help each other. And people we may not have helped in the past. So I want to thank each and every one of you for being here. I'm going to continue to show up. I'm going to continue to send the healing and light and love to the planet in my daily declarations. And I will be coming back stronger than ever, of course, in December in 2024 as well. And hopefully I'll be able to meet some of you and connect with some of you and see what takes place and teach you also how to do this properly. It is quite a responsibility. It is not for everybody, okay? But everybody's capable of doing it though, as well. I hope that this was helpful to you. And thanks to my patrons and those who are also members here. There's a membership thing. It's awesome. So I'm going to be able to do a little video in there too. Things are changing rapidly, okay? Hang in there, everybody. And it's going to get a lot easier soon. I'm sending out so much love for you all. And thank you so much for being here. Grateful for every single one of you. I will see you soon live. But bye for now. Bye, everyone.